So it's been an entertaining evening. I introduced the cats a few minutes ago to. I said we're going to have some boogie time. I couldn't find my remote for the Roku. It's still missing. My glasses until right about a few minutes ago, when after Grandpa went to bed, which was about 9ish. Something told me to look under the couch, and there was my original glasses, so that's good news. Some of you have been emailing me, you were concerned about earlier. All I will say is I'm subdued now, and um, I've got 4 magazines to cover before tomorrow drop off day, so we're gonna wham bam these things right on through. I'm gonna combine this one, which is like a Dear Bombshell, with the Pioneer Woman magazine here. She had a recipe I wish to share with you on page, well, we didn't mark this page, Pioneer Woman. Where's the heck? There we go, 62, 63. Okay, 63. I'm going to write that on the corner of this page because she didn't write it on the corner of this page. Okay. Cinnamon roll casserole. Now, prep time is 15 minutes, total time's 1 hour. Going to serve 8 to 10 people. Here's what you need to make this cinnamon roll casserole. 1 tablespoon salted butter for the bacon dish. 3 12.4-ounce tubes refrigerated cinnamon roll dough with frosting. 4 large eggs. 1/2 cup, half and half. 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt. 1/3 cup packed dark brown sugar. 1/3 cup pecans chopped. 1/3 cup sour cream. 4 steps to this. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Generously butter a 9 by 13 bacon dish. Cut each of the round of the cinnamon roll dough into 4 pieces. Reserve with frosting packets. Whisk together the eggs, half and half, cinnamon and salt in a large bowl. Add the cinnamon dough and then toss lightly to coat. Pour into the bacon dish. Mix the brown sugar and pecans in a small bowl. Sprinkle on top of the casserole and bake until puffed golden brown and cooked thorough, which takes about 35 minutes. Meanwhile, whisk together the contents of the frosting packets, sour cream in a medium bowl until smooth. Let the casserole cool for 10 minutes, then drizzle with frosting. Okay, next paper clip. I'm going to try and hit this very quickly. It was kind of fun. I found an old DVD I put in the DVD player while we're getting there, and it was Conway Twitty. And I tell you what, there's nothing like boogieing to Conway Twitty in the front room. Okay, here's one for Christmas snack mix on page 82, which is actually numbered. Okay, it says prep time is 30 minutes. Total time is 1 1/2 hour plus cooling. It serves to 8 to 10 people. Now here's your ingredients, so listen closely. 4 cups of corn and or rice cereal squares such as Chex. 2 cups of mini pretzels. 1 cup of salted roasted almonds. 4 tablespoons of salted butter. 1/4 cup of honey. 1/4 cup of sugar. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. 1/2 cup white chocolate chips. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. 1 cup of red and green M&Ms. Now it takes 5 steps for this, so here's the first. Preheat the oven to 250 degrees. Line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper. Combine the cereal, pretzels, and almonds in a large bowl. Then melt your butter with the honey and sugar in a small saucepan over low heat until that mixture is bubbling and well combined, which takes about 2 minutes. Add the cinnamon and vanilla and stir till well combined. Pour half of the butter mixture over the cereal mixture and toss until well coated. Add remaining butter mixture and toss again until evenly coated. Spread the mixture on the bacon sheet in an even layer. Bake, stirring every 15 minutes until toasted, and just start drying it out about 1 hour. Your 4th step. Combine the white chocolate chips and coconut oil in a small microwave safe bowl. Microwave at 50% power in a 30-second interval, stirring between each interval until melted and smooth. Now the 5th step. Drizzle that white chocolate over the snack mix on the bacon sheet and then immediately sprinkle with the M&Ms. Let it cool completely so the white chocolate sets about 30 minutes and break into small clusters. Going forward. I don't know why I marked that one. So I'm going to unmark that one. Okay, this one sounded interesting. And it is on page, here we go again, 90. That's the only complaint I have about her book, is that they don't number the pages very well. Okay, home cooking hot chocolate cookies. Now, this prep time is 40 minutes. Your total time is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and that's plus cooling. It's going to make about 48 cookies. Here's your ingredients. 6 ounces of bittersweet chocolate chopped. 2 and 1/4 cup all-purpose flour. Again, that's 2 and 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. 3 1.38 ounce envelope of hot cocoa. That's the mix. Now this has to be without marshmallows. Hi, Heathcliff. And then 1 teaspoon instant espresso powder, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, 2 sticks of salted butter at room temperature, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 1/2 cups of white chocolate chips, 24 marshmallows halved crosswise with kitchen shears. Now this is 5 steps. So your first step, put the chopped chocolate in a heat-proof bowl and set over a saucepan filled with a few inches of simmering water over low heat. Let that melt 3 to 4 minutes. Then stir until smooth. Remove the bowl from the pan and then let cool slightly. 2. Combine the flour, the hot cocoa mix, the espresso powder, baking soda, salt in a medium bowl. Whisk to get rid of any lumps. And the third step, combine the butter, the sugar in a large bowl and beat with a mixer on medium-high speed until light and smooth. That takes 2 to 3 minutes. Add the eggs one in at a time and beat until combined. Beat the vanilla with the mixer on low speed gradually and then add the melted chocolate. Increase the speed to medium-high and beat until smooth and light about 1 minute with the mixer. Now that mixer must be on low speed, so you add your flour mixture and beat just until combined 30 seconds, and that's to 1 minute. Stir in the white chocolate chips, cover the dough, refrigerate until it just begins to firm up, which takes about 30 minutes. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Line your second baking sheet with parchment paper. Scoop the dough balls into 1 tablespoon each. Place on the baking sheet about 2 inches apart. Bake until the edges begin to set. That's 9 to 10 minutes. Now your final step. Remove from the oven. Place a marshmallow half on the center of each cookie, cut side down. Continue baking until the edges of the cookies are set to the marshmallow or stuck right on that cookie. 2 to 3 minutes more. Let that cool for 5 minutes on the pan. Remove to the racks and cool completely. Okay, I thought this was kind of interesting. For those of you who like Dr. Pepper, you might find this interesting as well. Be a pepper. No American soda has more super fans than Dr. Pepper. Want to join the club? Well, Dr. Pepper isn't just a drink. It's an American icon and the nation's oldest major soda brand. In the 1880s, pharmacist Charles Alderton created Dr. Pepper at the Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore in Waco, Texas. It was inspired by the fruit syrup that surrounded him. He started selling it at the store's soda fountain, and people couldn't get enough. And by 1973, an article in the first issue of Texas Monthly magazine declared about every 3 days, on an average, every man, woman, and child in the state drinks a Dr. Pepper. A half a century later, it's still as popular as ever, and its reach goes beyond Texas. Nationwide sales increased steadily since 2016 to a whopping 596 million cases in 2020. It says the Drummonds did their part to help. Lad is a longtime superfan. Pop open a bottle and find out why that beloved drink has become a cult favorite. And they have a little section over here about the bottle of Dr. Pepper. And it says, how well do you know Dr. Pepper? There are more than a dozen stories behind their origin of the name. The most popular theory, the owner of Morrison's, where the drink was invented, wanted to gain favor of his love interest's father, Dr. Charles Pepper. Dr. Pepper sold electric heating units until it was called Dr. Pepper Hot in the 1960s to advertise a hot version of the drink. As you might imagine, it didn't take off. One of the first slogans, drink a bite to eat at 10, 2, and 4 o'clock, was based in the 1920 study claiming that people suffer from a low sugar around 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. The period after Doctor was dropped in the 1950s for legibility. The drink was introduced to the country in 1904 World's Fair at St. Louis, along with other notable foods like the hamburger and ice cream cone. The Dr. Pepper recipe is rumored to be split up and locked into two separate banks. Many people speculate that the prune juice is one of the distinctive 23 flavors, but the company denies this on their website. Lip Smacker debuted its first brand partnership in 1975 with the Dr. Pepper flavored lip balm. In 2008, a man thought he found the original recipe in the Book of Antique Stores, but it was a false alarm. The company says the Dr. Pepper Pesbin Bitters recipe he discovered was likely for a bitter digestive and not the famous soda. Museum quality. Dr. Pepper has its own museum in Waco, Texas, where more than 100,000 objects are on display. If you visit, you can make your own soda and take a paranormal tour. The building is thought to be haunted. drpeppermuseum.com. And I just thought I would share that with you. And of course, there's more of Dr. Pepper stuff, but what a way to wet your whistle, right? Make you pick up the Pioneer magazine. This is the holiday 2021 issue, so be sure to check it out. You won't want to miss a moment of the holidays are here, so yippee. Next magazine, please. Moving on.